Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. So recently I have found myself obsessed with what's on my iPhone videos, so I decided that I will make my own what's on my iPhone video. If you are curious, I have the iPhone 7 Plus, matte black, 32 gigabytes. I've had it for almost about 2 months. I woke up early the night it was available for pre-order, and I pre-ordered it, and then I received it like the week it came out. So I've had it for quite a while, and yeah, it's been great. It's super fast, love the camera and everything like that. So for my lock screen, I have this picture that I took back in the summer when I was flying home from VidCon. It was like the sun was setting and I really liked it and the way it looked, so I took a picture of it, and it just kind of reminds me of traveling and of flying, and I like it. And then if I unlock my phone, on the home screen or like my background, I have this just default one that comes with the phone. And then as far as going through the apps that I have on here, first on the first page I have just the default apps that come with the phone. So I have like FaceTime, calendar, photos, camera, and then I have like the car one, which I have Apple Maps and Waze. I use Waze a ton. It's really nice for kind of if you're going a certain route and you want to see, is it better to go this way or that way, and it just kind of gives you alternative routes, and it's just kind of nice, better than like Apple Maps or Google Maps in my opinion. And people like submit the stuff, so they report things versus just what is generally reported, so it's nicer. I definitely check it out. And then I have my Chevrolet app for my car. I can like remote control it and stuff. And then I have clocks, weather, news, notes. I use notes quite a bit for writing things, reminders. I never use that. Then I have the stores. I have wallet. Don't ever really use wallet for anything. Then I have health. I do use that. I use it for like tracking my steps and everything. Of course, today I didn't barely move at all. But then, like Tuesday, I was at work, so I went a little bit more. And then onto the next screen, next page, I have extra, which is just kind of some more of the stuff that comes with the phone that I don't want to delete off the phone, but like I don't really ever use it that frequently. Next, I have audio. On here, I have Apple Music, which I absolutely never use. I always use Spotify, which I have on here, and it's what I always use. I love Spotify. If you've never used Spotify, obviously get with the program. I have all my playlists on here that I listen to. I also have podcasts on here. That's like the default, like the Apple's podcast one. I don't ever use that. If I listen to podcasts, I always listen to them on SoundCloud. SoundCloud I think is much better for podcasts, and I also listen to some music on SoundCloud as well, especially like upcoming artists and like stuff that's not available on Spotify. I use it for that. Then there's shopping. It's just like the 3 shopping apps that I use on my phone, or the 3 places that I shop most frequently. I have ASOS app, which is for like clothing and stuff. It's absolutely amazing. If you want clothes that are stylish and are different and are great pricing, go and use ASOS. It's very nice. Then I have Amazon. Of course, Amazon is a fantastic app. Great pricing, so much stuff is available. Then eBay, I don't really buy much on eBay, but I use it more for selling stuff. Then I have finance. I have like PayPal and my bank and my Discover card. Productivity, I have OneDrive. That's like a Microsoft app, just because I have a PC, so it's easier to transfer files that way. I use iCloud, but that just makes it easy. And then TeamViewer, you can use that for transferring files too, but I actually use that so I can remote control my computer from my phone. So if I'm not home and I just need to do something, I can do it right there. That's pretty much it. And then the next page, we have my social media apps. And this is the page that I keep my phone on at all times, which is just kind of weird because it seems like that'd be the first, but I'm weird and I do it for the last one. But in here I have Twitter, which of course is the greatest, and follow me on Twitter too, by the way. Then I have Instagram. I love Instagram. Follow me here. I post pictures. I'm trying to get better with Instagram. I obviously love Instagram, my favorite photos and stuff, but I'm not the best at posting. I'm getting better though. Then I have Snapchat, Snap me. Here's my little code if you want to like add me as a friend or whatever. Then I have the social page, the social like folder. On here I use like the social media apps that I don't use very frequently, but I still want them on my phone. So I have like Koala, kind of like a video editor, like a vlogging app kind of. Tumblr, if you don't know what Tumblr is, then just leave. Vine, rest in peace Vine, Vine's dead. And then I have YouNow and Periscope, which are like live streaming apps. I sometimes broadcast on YouNow, not really ever, and I sometimes watch people on YouNow, but I never use Periscope. Hangouts is like the Google Hangouts, so you can like Google Hangout with people, like with friends and stuff. We'll do it. Haven't done it in a while, friends. If you're watching, we got Google Hangouts soon. And then in Crowdfire, you can see who like follows you and unfollows you. I know everyone loves to do that, and you can do more, but that's all I really use it for. And Epoxy, that kind of like puts all your like replies and your comments together, and you can view like analytics and stuff on your videos. I don't use it a ton on my phone. It's better on like the website that they have, but I use it sometimes. Glide, I never use that. That's like a video messenger app. Beam, Casey Neistat app. I never have really ever used it. I've downloaded it and got an account just so I could get my username, and that was it. And then sub count is so that you can view like your live like sub count on your phone, because it's not really easy to do that on the YouTube app, so I do that on there. And then I have like the widget too. Then I have YouTube. Of course, I use that all the time for watching different YouTube videos, catching up on my subscriptions and all that. Then I have like the Studio app, which is like for creators, and you can view like your analytics and the comments and stuff, and you can reply, and it's great. Then I have travel. This is basically where I put all my travel apps. So I have like YouTube event apps, Playlist and VidCon. Of course, they're great when events are happening. TripIt is basically so you can plan out and organize your itineraries for traveling. If you have like flights and hotel reservations and stuff, you can put it all in the app, and you can, you know, kind of like line things up. I like to be organized, so I use it. But I also have like the apps. I usually fly with Delta or I just stay at like a Marriott hotel, so those are already like in the apps, so I don't really need to use TripIt as much, but it's still a nice app to have if you wanted to do that. And then Airbnb, which I absolutely love Airbnb. It's the greatest thing ever. You can basically rent and find apartments and homes and like rooms to stay in from people, and they're super cheap, and there's so many available, and there's so many nice places, and like you can just like scroll through. I like just scrolling through even and just finding places, and it's like dream places to visit and stay at. And like when I'm going to LA this winter, that's how I'm staying somewhere. I'm getting an Airbnb, and it's like super cheap and it's super great. And yeah, and then I have Uber and Lyft, which are just really, you can move around when you're traveling. I use both of them evenly, kind of depending on what's cheaper. And then the last folder here I have is photos and videos. On here I have VSCO, which VSCO changed. They updated it a couple months ago, and I never updated it on my old phone, but since I got my new phone I had to update it because I had to re-download it, and now it's the new version, and it's horrible. I just like how you can edit the photos in VSCO versus other apps. That's the only reason why I've stayed with it. But as far as organizing photos and kind of like figuring out my feed, which I barely do because again I barely post, I use Unum for that, and Unum's better. And I just downloaded it like a week or so ago, so I haven't really played with it that much. Then there's Boomerang, which Boomerang is like you can make little like looping videos. Again, I don't really use that that much. And then iMovie is just one of them that comes with the phone, and I use that so I can edit videos. And then on the bottom row I have phone, mail, Safari, and messages. That's it. That is what's on my iPhone. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you would like to, and leave a comment below what's some of your favorite apps and what are some apps that you suggest I check out. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next week with a new video, and have a great day.